Hi there. Today we're gonna build some tension. Not you and I, but you and the people that you're writing your emails to. Or if you're just writing them for yourself, then you'll be building some tension with yourself. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, we have three tactics and the first fundamental step. So let's just get right into it and let's stop building the tension between us. Anyway, uh, first you need to understand the role of tension in email copywriting. Now, it's kind of like flirting. Very weird to think about it this way. I know I don't ever think about it this way and I don't want you to think about it this way, but it's just to understand. Because it builds desire and anticipation. When there's tension between two people, there's a big desire to do something, whatever that is. Also, when there's tension between you and the email, you have a huge desire to do something, to click the email. You want to scratch the itch. That's what tension is. It's just the emotion. It's the emotion that makes you want to take some action, applied in anything in the world. But this here, it makes you want to click a link or reply to an email, buy a product, book a call, whatever. So what I say in every single video what I want to say in every single video that I make about emails is that you want to have a part of entertainment generally and a part of selling, and then you want to transition between the two. Obviously, not every email has to rigidly be entertainment and then selling and always 50-50. Like, please don't think like that. There are no rigid rules, but generally you want to have a healthy dose of the two, and the entertainment should generally come before the sales pitch, just as a rule of thumb. And now, for sales pitches, adding tension gives you the itch, right, to click the link. Then for entertainment, it gets you emotionally invested in the story. It doesn't give you an itch to do something, but it gives you the itch to find out what happens next, let's say. Yeah, pretty much that. Like, remember when you were reading a book, if you ever read books in school, and then you might get very invested at a certain point of the story where everything is about to happen. There's a lot of built up tension. It's right about to be an epiphany. The main characters are fighting or something like that, and you feel like you have to find out what happens next. Or if you watch Netflix or something and you watch Too Hot to Handle or something, and you need to find out if like this girl cheated on this guy or something. That's tension. Okay, I think you get it now. And the last point about tension, about the role, is that it can get you into some drama. Now you might think, what the fuck? I don't want that. I protect my peace of mind or something. No, don't do that. Don't think like that. Drama is amazing for marketing. Email marketing as well, but honestly, any marketing, but email as well, because that's what we do. Because people love reading drama. People get so invested in that. And when you build tension, you're going to have people who love you for that tension. You're going to have people who hate you. The more tension you can build, the more personality you use, the more polar you are, as in people hate you or love you. And then when you have haters and people sending you hate messages and stuff, or saying that you suck, blah, 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 that's just amazing content to write about for the people who love you. People love drama. Give it to them. Use tension. So let's see 3 examples of how I did it, and let me explain it to you. Tactic number 1, withholding information. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Withhold information. Tease people with something that they don't know yet, but that they desperately want to know. And the longer you can tease them with that, the more they read, the more also stupid they feel to just leave the email, the more they have this itch of they have to understand what it is. So let me just read you the example. In the product speak to you personally and genuinely, try to blank. That's why you're so drawn to them, and then it hits you like a stroke of genius. Anyway, before this part, the email talks about the one marketing word that makes people want to buy. So I'm teasing this one word. You finally get how to market your product so well that no one can ignore it. So what is this important word? The word that makes you drawn to a product like a moth to a flame. The word that is making you binge read all these emails. Well, this highly anticipated word is discounts. Just kidding, it's connection. And blah, 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 blah. Then I talk about connection. So as you can see here, I withheld information in the beginning, and then I teased it. I didn't just say what it is. I said, so what is this word? What is this word that makes you so drawn? What is this word that I'm teasing you with? And the more you read these lines, the more impatient you get. The withholding information tactic is pretty much about getting people to be impatient. That builds tension. That makes them feel like they have to find out what happens next. So that's withholding information, which also has tactic 2, and I'm going to show it to you after I explain tactic 2, obviously. Tactic 2 is apply a slow motion filter. Another more effective and much safer option is blah, 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 closing more deals with the leads you already have and probably forgot about. However, closing cold leads and turning them into paying customers isn't easy. You can't just reach out once and expect to seal the deal. There is no magic formula that makes them throw all their hard-earned money at you. And it definitely doesn't all happen at once. You need to approach your cold leads in a way that reconnects them with you, makes them see you as the solution to their problem, builds trust, and ultimately leads them to buy your real estate services. Where is the slow motion here? Did I just read it slower? No. I could have said this in way less lines. People often tell you that the shorter the better. Not always. Because when you can stretch something out, you kind of add this slow motion filter, which again leads people to have to really want to know what happens next. And it makes them want to scratch that sales desire itch. So instead of saying, I could have stopped here, closing more deals with the leads you already have. But I said, it's not easy. You can't just reach out once. There is no magic formula. I pretty much said the same thing 3 times and in 3 different lines to just make everything go a little bit slower, to build up this tension, to then later add curiosity so people want to click that link. And then here I did it again. You need to approach your colleagues in a way that reconnects them with you. Your curiosity, what is the way? Makes them see you as the solution to their problem, builds trust, and ultimately leads them to buy your real estate services. See, I didn't say what the way is. I'm not saying it. That's also adding tension. And I'm saying it very slowly. Makes them see you as the solution, builds trust. So pretty much that's what the slow motion filter does. Here, as you can see, I did it by adding these 2 things. Because every line that you read adds tension. If you can spread the tension across different lines, then people read more and more and more and either want to find out what happens or they build a sales desire, as we talked about earlier. So that's tactic 2. Tactic 3, it's to be rude as fuck. That builds tension and that makes polarity again. People will love you, people will hate you. Example, also trust me on this one. There will be many, many jokes you might find unfunny. If you're bothered by this info, I kindly invite you to unsubscribe. The emails will be fun, helpful, and inspirational. If you can handle some controversy here and there, that's fine. I'd love to help you, but I don't need you. So once again, below you have a button to unsubscribe. Still with me? Great. I can't wait to help you start and improve your business and make you chuckle a little while doing so, blah, 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 blah. See how I'm not afraid to tell people that I don't give a fuck about them. That if they don't want to read this, they don't have to find this nice or funny or entertaining or anything. And that I actually want people to unsubscribe. What this also does is people will be like, yes, I can handle it and I'm going to unsubscribe, but that's not the point of this tactic. The tactic is that when you're rude, you make people feel things. When you're kind of rude and direct, you make them feel things. You make them feel this tension to want to keep on reading, to want to handle your controversy, let's say, to be one of the cool people who get you. So that's tactic number 3. Tactic number 4, oh, there is no tactic number 4. All right. So enough tension building for today. Yeah, use this. If you have any questions, you can send them to me. My Instagram will be in the description, and that's it. Bye bye.